The basic concept of object-oriented programming has classes, objects, abstraction, inheritance, polymorphism, and encapsulation. Objects as a basic runtime entities of an object-oriented system. They may represent a person, a place, or any item that the program must handle. When a program is executed, the objects interact by sending messages to one another. For example, if customer and account are two objects in a program, then the customer object may send a message to the account object requesting for the bank balance. Each object contains data and code to manipulate the data. Classes are used to define data types and behaves like built-in types of programming language. And object contains code and data which can be made user-defined type using class. And objects are variables of classes. Once a class has been defined, we can create any number of objects for that class. We can create objects of class using following syntax: class name and then object name. And object name is any user defined name. And like an example, in this example we can see student Ram, it's a class name, and Sham object name. An example, Ram and Sham are name of objects for class students, and we can create any number of objects of class. Encapsulation is the first pillar of a principle of object-oriented programming. In simple words, encapsulation is a process of binding data members, variables and properties, and member functions methods into a single unit. In class is the best example of encapsulation. For example, medical store. Let's say you have to buy some medicines. You go to the medical store to ask the chemist for the medicines. Only the chemist has access to the medicines in the store based on your prescription. The chemist knows what medicines to give to you. This reduces the risk of you taking any medicine that is not intended to you. Abstraction refers a representation of necessary features without including more details and explanation. Data abstraction is a programming technique that relies on the separation of interface and implementation. When you press a key on your keyboard, the character appears on the screen. You need to know only this, but how exactly it works based on the electronic is not needed. This is called abstraction. And third pillar will be inheritance. The mechanism of deriving a new class from an old class is called inheritance, or we can say it like derivation. The old class is known as base class, while new class is known as derived class or subclass. The inheritance is the most powerful feature of OOP. For example, let's consider an example of family of 3 members having mother, father, and son named Jack. Jack father will be tall and dark, Jack mother short and fair. Jack is tall and fair, so he is said to have inherited the features of his father and mother. Through effective use of inheritance, you can save a lot of time in your programming and also reduce errors. Polymorphism. Polymorphism is a Greek term which means the ability to take more than one form. For example, plus is used to make sum of 2 numbers, as well as it is used to combine 2 strings. This is known as operator overloading because some same operator may behave differently on different instances. The same way of functions can be overloaded. For example, sum function may take 2 arguments, 3 arguments, and single function can print different objects.